It's kind of like in your decision when you're sitting there and you're going, you know what, I need to get involved with this political movement. You know, and a kind of a bell goes off, and that's the reason you come here. You want to learn more. You want to. This is kind of the direction that I want to go. Well, that's what the decathlon did for me. My goal 2 years later was to see, after 2 years of work, to see if I could make it to the Olympic trials. Now, on this long journey that I was on, now the Olympic trial system in the United States is very simple. One meet, top three move on to the Olympic Games. The athletes kind of pick themselves. Put it this way: there's no French judging. But it's cut and dry. I went there, I somehow made the qualifying standard barely. I get an invitation to go to the trials. I'm way ahead of myself. I look at a list they have of the top 10 guys they think have a chance to make it onto the top 3 positions and onto the Olympic team. I wasn't even mentioned. I thought, well, that puts some pressure on everybody else. I go to the first day of competition. There I was sitting after the first 5 events firmly in 11th place. I thought maybe these guys know what they're talking about. All right, so second day, start off 110-meter high hurdles. Boom, ran the race so fast, moved from 11th place, right back to 11th, didn't make a move at all. I got 4 events left. I go to the next event, discus, popped it out there, best throw of my life. It had to help. It had to help, and it did. I threw that discus so far, I moved from 11th place all the way up to 10th place in the competition. All right, I broke into the top 10. I'm a happy guy. I'm in 10th place, top 3 go, 3 events left. Pole vault, 10 to 7. Javelin, 7 to 5th. 5th place. Last event, the 1,500 meters, my best running event. No, not me. So I immediately started calculating on my little piece of paper. Okay, I knew what he points at. I knew the guy in 3rd place right now wasn't very good in the 1,500 meters, what his score was, and I had to wait for it. So finally, the announcer on the PA system came up. And I knew on my calculations that he's below 7,300 points going into the 1,500 meters. This is going to be a race. If he's above that, he's too far out in the lead. I can't catch him. 7,300 points was the killer. I remember just plain as day. Belly down, hands folded, looking into the grass, listening to the announcer on the PA system. Come up with the scores going into this last event at 1,500 meters. First place, second place, don't care. They're already on the team. 3rd place, please be on 7,300. Finally, the announcer goes, Steve Goff from Seattle, Washington, in 3rd place, 7,298 points. I was levitated off the ground. I didn't know how I got to my feet. I turned to the guy beside me and I said, I can do this. I calculated now with my shaking hand, I had to beat him by 18 seconds in the race to sneak into 3rd place and overcome the points that I'm behind. It's the metric mile. I got to beat him by 18 seconds. His best time, my best time, 14 seconds difference. So if he runs his best race, I got to run 4, 5, 6 seconds faster than I've ever run before, and just maybe I got a chance. My heartbeat was at 170. I'm sitting there. The adrenal glands are flowing. Finally get on the line. I pulled in right behind this guy, Jeff Bennett, who's a great 1,500-meter man, and I told him what the situation was, and he's going to pull me to a fast time. And we ran around that first lap, and I'm concentrating right on Jeff's back and just trying to keep the pace going. And finally, at 800 meters, I thought I better check this Goff guy. I got to beat him by 18 seconds. What where he is? We're halfway through the race. I look over my shoulder. There he is, right behind me. I don't know. Oh my God! I yelled at Jeff in front of me, "Pick the pace up, big guy. Pick it up!" And the pace starts quickening. We go around the next lap. And I hate to say it, even to this day, I don't even remember running the final lap. Now, I did run it because I saw it on TV, but I was running so scared I forgot to even remember anything, okay? The next thing I do remember is about 20 yards from the finish line. I'm running as hard as I can. I'm going to beat this guy by, 18 seconds. I hear the announcer on the PA system say, it looks like Jenner is going to be our 3rd minute. Ooh, that sounded pretty good, but I had like 20 yards to go. I lean at the tape like I just finished running 100 meters. And I got across the finish line, and all of a sudden, just everything came out of me. Physically, emotionally, everything just drained out of my body. And I remember all I wanted to do was sit down. And this guy's trying to hold my arm, and we got this little tug-of-war going. And then as he's holding up my arm, I look back down the track, and I see way down the track this Goff guy still coming in. This guy was trying to hold me up. I'm picking this gentleman off the ground. I'm bouncing around all over the place. Had to beat him by 18 seconds. Ran an 8-second personal best time. Beat him by 21 seconds and snuck into 3rd place. Now, that one experience is what I call finding the champion within.